What's up, everybody? Alex, the day trading champ, and today we're waking up, we're checking the markets, and you can notice BOK has gapped up significantly. Okay, this is absolutely crazy, all the way up to 660 now. Okay, and so today's a big day, guys. Today, banking stocks reporting earnings. First week of earnings is starting. Okay, so here's the thing. If you don't know how to trade, like exactly what you're doing, you might want to sit out the first day so you can get a good understanding of what's going to happen here in the future. All right, you're going to have a lot more predictability if you sit this one out and wait for the future days. Then you'll know how exactly these patterns are reacting. So you see BOK is gapping up like this. Okay, what about JPM? It's gapping up. So then let's go to the next earnings is Citigroup. All right, it's gapping up. FRC, it's gapping up. Okay, so you see all banking stocks are gapping up together, just like we pointed out. That's why we have them by sector, so we can notice how they react together. Okay, so now if we know all these are reacting like that tomorrow, what can we assume about these banking stocks tomorrow? Okay, so that's going to be a lot easier to trade if you're just a little patient and wait till tomorrow. With that being said, I don't feel like sitting on the sidelines today, so let me show you what my plan is for BOK today. Okay, so you can see here up about 30 points. Well, really, this is 50 points to the top. So what has been our daily trading range, guys? Always, all right, our daily trading range, our average daily trading range that we calculated has been 13.3 points. You can see here, daily trading range is 19 points, 18 points, 12 points, 13 points, 10 points, 13 points. Okay, so this completely goes against any data or any gap up we've ever had in BOK in the last 3 years. Okay, so do we scrap this data? It's a very hard question. But what I would say is that ultimately this thing should end higher for the day. Obviously, it would be very unlikely for us to reverse the gap and lose those gains. Okay, so understand now, all right, that they also completely destroyed the earnings. Now, usually you don't want to actually care too much about the earnings as a day trader, but here, I do pay at least $100 for this Benzinga subscription, so we might as well use it, right, guys? So you can see the EPS, they completely destroyed it, and revenue they beat by like 400 million. Okay, so that's pretty damn good, solid, strong earning season. Okay, so my strategy here, guys, temporarily on the day is any significant dip I would probably be buying calls on. Okay, so there's a lot of opportunity here, but the fact we're moving up on only 12K pre-market volume, then we can definitely expect some kind of reversal at the open or sometime here intraday. Okay, so don't be surprised if that happens. Be very careful with your entry. All right, at the same time, we are kind of scrapping all the data we collected at this point because this is an outlier of a case. Okay, so let me know what you think. Should we be relying more on the data? But at this point, when we break that daily trading range, that average trading range of 13 points, and we're up already 40 points, to me it doesn't make sense to be buying calls at the open anymore. Okay, so I'm gonna wait intraday and see how things are forming. And like I said, my primary strategy here will most likely to be buying some kind of dip. Unless price action and volume continues to be weak like this, then you're gonna want to probably short the hell out of this thing in the coming days. Okay, so that's the plan here, guys. Let me know if you got any questions. Let's see how this thing plans out. And like I said, no need to jump in this trade if you don't know exactly what you're doing. You can sit this one out, and then that way you have more predictability coming here in the future days. Okay, so like I said, you got to know what you're doing. You got to be able to read price action and what's going on during the day, adapt and change, on the fly. Okay. All right, guys. Another way I've thought of us to use this data actually and put this trading range to use. All right, so check this out. You can see here our average trading range after the last 12 earnings reports is 13.3. I've now factored in this 45-point move here as 45-point trading range into this, so our new trading range is going to be 15.76. Okay, so that's going to be our average, right? So where we closed yesterday, right? And combine this with the hypothesis, guys, that we're not going to close that gap, or we're not at least going to end negative today. Okay, so that means our trading range would be, average 15. Okay, so let's add about 15, 16 points. Let's draw price level at 631. Okay, so nobody does this, guys. This might be, a revolutionary trading thing here that I've come up with somewhat, but understand that the farther away you are from the average, the less of a chance you have of sustaining that move. Okay, so I would say that this should be some kind of gravitational pull towards this line. We'll see how it works out today, but understand that this would be the average close based on the last 12 years. Okay, like I said, this is an outlier, obviously, so I won't be surprised if it's pretty much a good bit higher from there. But like I said, I would just definitely keep this in mind and see how you can utilize the average range to your advantage. Okay. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this little pre-market game plan we've drawn up for today. I hope it's useful. I hope now you have a better idea, because today we might have had some people blindly reading into this data that was very accurate for the last 3 years, but it's not necessarily going to be that accurate for an outlier case like this. So hopefully now you understand that, and hopefully you won't make any mistakes you might have now that you've seen this video in advance to the market. So make sure you're subscribed. That way you do get the information you need when you need it, like today. And if you enjoyed it, drop a like, guys. I'm Alex, the Day Trading Champ, and I'll see you guys on the next video.